Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more of the Big Bang Theory. This is season 3, episode 22, and yeah, this is the penultimate episode of the season already. Last time we had Judy Greer as Dr. Plimpton. That was super fun. She tried to sleep with everybody, even tried to have a foursome with Leonard, Raj, and Howard. Raj managed to get them out of it after they were uncomfortable about seeing each other naked. um, but yeah, then he turned on the confidence in this role playing that we've never seen him from before. Never seen that confidence before, and went on to have a good time, I'm assuming. Leonard tried to hide it from Penny that he had slept with Dr. Plimpton so soon after breaking up with Penny. But Penny sniffed it out in a second, and that was fun to watch as well. But excited to continue. If you want to watch the full reaction or you want to see episodes a week early, check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, take a quick moment to leave a like, and let's get started.
Baby doll pink, let's see if you can cover up the fact that I got my dad's feet.
Aw, oh no.
2 degrees, Sheldon. I just want to turn up the thermostat 2 degrees. Let me point
Oh
out
boy.
This is the temperature you agreed to in the roommate agreement. Screw the roommate agreement. No, you don't screw the roommate agreement.
The roommate agreement screws you.
I have to go to hell. It's 73 degrees. I'm there already.
73 is pretty high, actually.
Who is it?
Who is it?
Can I sleep on your couch tonight?
Well, you can try, but the people across the hall are being very noisy.
I heard that. So you agree he's nuts?
Well, not as nuts as the guy who chooses to live with him.
Believe it or
Yeah.
not, he was worse when I met him.
Oh, I do not believe that.
The elevator worked. Is that Stephen Yoon?
I'm looking for Sheldon Cooper's apartment.
Oh, I bet you're here to check
Stephen
out the
Yoon.
local rent.
Yeah.
Run away, dude.
What?
Run fast, run far.
Probably should have heeded his advice.
That should have been my first clue.
Sheldon's last roommate tried to warn you off.
For all I knew, he was the crazy one. He had this really deranged look.
Well, yeah, you've been living with Sheldon.
I went upstairs and knocked on the door.
Wrong door.
Dr. Cooper?
No, you want the crazy guy across the hall.
And that was your second hint.
In retrospect, that was clue number 2.
There you go.
I called you about the apartment. You said to
I
come
know
by.
what I said. I know what you said. I know what my mother said on March 5th, 1992.
Okay. Should have avoided him.
What is the 6th noble gas?
What?
You said you're a scientist. What is the
Helium,
6th noble
neon,
gas?
argon, krypton.
Radon?
Xenon or
Are you asking
radon?
me or telling me?
Telling you?
he said that as a question too. Telling you.
Telling you.
Kirk or Picard?
Original series over Next Generation, but Picard over Kirk.
Correct.
Correct.
You've passed the first barrier to roommatehood. You may enter.
Oh, this is pretty nice.
Oh, pretty bare bones is what it is.
The bedrooms are back there?
That depends.
I don't understand. Their existence is conditional.
Have a seat.
Okay.
That's his spot.
No, that's where I sit. This seat is ideally located, both in relation to the heat source in the winter and the frost breeze in the summer. As a result, I've placed it in a state of eternal dibs. Cathedra mea reguli mei. That's Latin for my chair, my rules.
Okay. So I suppose the couch is his
Now,
too.
your area of study is physics.
Yeah, experimental physics.
Point against.
Have a vehicle?
A car, yeah.
And you'd be willing to drive me?
Well, can't you drive?
I can.
Not a great liar.
Well, that's a point in my favor, right?
Why don't you let me do this? In a post-apocalyptic world, which task would you assign the highest priority? Locating a sustainable food source, reestablishing a functioning government, procreating, or preserving the knowledge of mankind?
You know what answer he wants to hear.
When do you evacuate your bowels?
When I have to.
When you have to? I'm sorry, I don't rent to hippies. You have won the right to see your room. Huzzah. This is my room. People don't go in my room.
So where do you sleep?
Oh.
I don't understand.
People don't go. You're not people?
There and making a joke.
Do you do this often?
On occasion.
Didn't want to get rid of that before.
For first we had to iron out a few details.
Roommates agree
Oh.
Friday nights shall be reserved for watching Joss Whedon's brilliant new series, Firefly.
Brilliant new series that'll last forever.
The apartment's flag is a gold lion rampant on a field of azure.
Cool? Why would you do this to yourself, Leonard?
Never fly it upside down. Unless the apartment's in distress. If either of us ever invents time travel, we agree our first stop will be this meeting today in precisely 5 seconds.
And didn't work.
Well, that's disappointing.
After you pass the first 3 barriers, you kind of want to take it all the way. Let me tell you about the first time I brought a girl over.
Leonard,
Is it,
Pretend we're not here.
I'm just gonna keep knocking till you answer.
What do you want? I didn't say come in.
You asked what I wanted. I wanted to come in. I'm here because you violated our roommate agreement, specifically Section 8, 12 hours notice of impending coitus.
I didn't even know her 12 hours ago.
That's it. I'm out of here.
But Joyce, come on.
Joyce Kim.
12 hours?
Wow, and you judge.
Can I get some sympathy now?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay.
I was doing some government research at the time. You know, military rocket fuel is kind of secret.
Okay, what does that have to do with Joyce Kim?
She was a spy.
Turns out she was a North Korean spy. Luckily, Sheldon drove her out before I revealed anything important, which I'm not saying I would have.
But you totally would have.
You stayed with Sheldon all this time because he kept you from going to federal prison?
It was part of it. The other part is what happened with the elevator. One night, Sheldon came home from work.
They know what happened to it? Then how come Howard tried to listen to it or tried to fix it one time, press the button.
This is Howard and Raj. They work at the university, too.
Hey, I'll get to you later.
I'll get to you later.
What are you sitting on?
My spot.
Explain the couch.
Well, there were some people on the first floor moving out, and they sold it to me for $100.
But what's wrong with the furniture we have?
He shut it off.
There was no place for company.
Did it occur to you that was by design? You didn't notify me by email, so this is still a breach.
I did notify you.
Oh, you did you?
Oh, he did. It's darn, you did.
Rat.
Do you have an opinion about everything?
Yes,
You just assume you're always right?
it's not an assumption. Change seats with me. Why?
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, it's time for Babylon 5.
We don't watch Babylon 5 in this apartment.
Why not?
Because no one likes Babylon 5. They don't get a vote. It's 1 against 1. And according to the roommate agreement, all ties will be settled by me.
You signed that, Leonard,
No to that.
And I said yes.
and that was a
Settled
tie.
ties. Change seats with me.
Why?
There's a draft on my neck over here.
So I get the draft?
You're protected by your turtleneck.
It's a dickie.
You're a dickie.
I'm still not comfortable. Of course, there's too many people here.
We can go over to my place.
Wait, let me get my jacket.
Wait, what?
You're not going with us.
Why not?
You're the guy we're trying to get away from.
The correct syntax is I'm the guy from whom you're trying to get away. Oh, yes.
Oh, he likes that.
Do their parents know they're here?
No, but if you keep screaming, maybe they'll hear you.
Oh, man.
I designed the engine myself. If I could get my hands on that new fuel the government's been working on.
Oh, this just might be your lucky day.
Howard, what happened to the Oreos I left on the counter?
I haven't seen your Oreos. Just take your bath without them. Turns out I had a little rocket fuel in the apartment. Joyce Kim was kind of curious about what I did for a living, and I was gonna kind of show it to her.
Wow.
Are we ever gonna get to the elevator?
Yeah, we're really close. We're at the apartment.
Rocket fuel?
Won't work.
Excuse me, but I've been working on this a lot.
This is for a full-scale rocket, not a model.
Well, I've adjusted the formula.
Not correctly.
This is applied physics. And when it comes to applied physics,
Oh.
Get the door, get the door, get the door, get the door.
He's just watching nonchalantly. We're in distress. We're in distress. He blew up the elevator?
Give me that.
What'd you do that for? I had plenty of time.
Oh, no, you did not. No, you did not. Holy crap.
You're welcome.
Not only did Sheldon save my life, he didn't rat me out to the landlord.
Wow.
Police or Homeland Security. What were you doing 7 years ago?
Excuse me, I was in high school. Studying, keeping my nose clean, doing volunteer work for the community.
Oh, no.
Not pregnant!
I may owe you an apology.
There's doubt.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
So we're good?
Good what?
Never mind. Okay, if I watch some TV?
Go ahead.
As long as it's not Babylon 5.
I'm not even watching. I can hear it. Oh, so the dialogue offends you? I would hardly call that dialogue. I'm insane. You know that? Don't make me turn that flag upside down, because you know I'll do it.
Wow, their fights can get heated and real bad. Babylon 5 is horrible, apparently. I haven't seen it. I missed out on a lot of space opera shows. And the other thing was the thermostat. To be fair to Sheldon, 73 degrees is kinda hot. I don't know what Leonard was thinking. And also, you don't screw the roommate agreement. The roommate agreement screws you. Love that we got to see it from Penny's point of view. She was very amused by it, actually. And Kaylee Cuoco's facial expressions are fantastic. And then when Leonard knocks on her door, she's like, "Who is it?" All sweet, very cute. And then her disbelief that Sheldon was worse when Leonard met him. I do not believe that. And then we get the flashback, which is great episode showing the early days before this show started. Really enjoyed this. Leonard's hair was so bad. The elevator worked back then. Stephen Yoon was Sheldon's roommate at the time. Run away, dude. Run fast. Run far. And even the next door neighbor at the time tried to warn Leonard away from Sheldon. So many hints, but Leonard went in anyway. But the fact that Sheldon was much worse 7 years ago implies that Leonard has actually helped socialize him quite a bit. And yeah, Sheldon has these barriers to roommatehood. Sheldon passes the first one, or Leonard rather passes the first one, despite not being entirely sure what the sixth noble gas is. Every time he answered, it was posed in the form of a question, and then he chose Picard over Kirk, but original over Next Gen, which is correct. Sheldon, though, was very minimalist in his decoration, just lawn chairs. People are going to come in and think they're outside again with the lawn chairs. The TV was on cinder blocks at the time. And then during the course of the interview, the demerits started. Sheldon scrunched up his face a bunch of times giving the roommate interview. Leonard does experimental physics. Just asking about the scoring system, making a joke. And when Leonard finally gets to see his room, the big "Die Sheldon Die" on the wall wasn't clue enough to get the heck out of there. Oh, poor man. And then the crafting of the roommate agreement. First point of order was that Fridays is for watching Firefly, since it was going to be on the air for years. I'm less fond of the show now than I was back when I first watched it, but the show really did get screwed by the network, and it's a shame. But yeah, Leonard then proceeds to sign away every right he has, which just agrees to a nifty little flag, though, one that should not be flown upside down unless it is in time of great distress. Has it been on the fridge this entire series and I just haven't noticed it before? I need to pay attention more to the scenery in the show, but I'll be on the lookout specifically for that flag in future episodes. Then Sheldon saves Leonard from leaking classified information to a North Korean spy. I think this is the first time we've seen Joyce Kim before. And yeah, Sheldon just keeps finding ways to be just redeeming enough for Leonard to stay. And yeah, after also Leonard has put so much work into getting used to him, it'd feel like so much work to start over somewhere else, I guess. I guess that's his reasoning, but plus they're friends now, I guess. We get to see Raj and Howard and what they looked like several years ago. It feels like we went back to the fashion of the 1970s, though, instead of just like 7 years ago, because they looked ridiculous. Leonard got a couch for them, and despite what Sheldon said about the lawn chair, my rules, he still sets the rules when it comes to the couch, even though Leonard bought it. But Sheldon really likes the couch once everybody leaves. Oh, yes. Oh, my. You guys can't tell me that you don't ship Sheldon with his spot. Ass cheek and ass seat coming together. It's a romance for the ages. Anyway, wow. Leonard trying to show off that rocket fuel to Howard and Raj and nearly blowing them all up. And Sheldon to the freaking rescue, which is a heck of a thing. He was very calm and collected in the face of crisis, took the time to flip the flag upside down. Confidence in the face of crisis is actually a great quality. It's a great quality to have if you're going to be a team leader. It can be very attractive, and in this case, saves lives. Leonard was going to ride the elevator down with the rocket fuel. He'd be dead by now if it wasn't for Sheldon pulling him out, so wow. But yeah, that's apparently how the elevator broke and why everybody has to climb the stairs. I pointed out in my reaction that Howard tried to fix the elevator in that episode when they tried to get the time machine from the movie Time Machine up to the apartment. He tried to, he pressed the button, he tried listening to it, but he knows it's broken. Like, it freaking exploded with the rocket fuel. So that might be like a little bit of a break in or inconsistency in the show, but I'll let it pass for the sake of comedy. But yeah, we see part of the reason why Leonard puts up with Sheldon despite his unreasonableness. Saved his career, saved him from leaking classified info to a North Korean spy, saved his life. So yeah, he sticks around, he appreciates him, which is sweet. But oh, that fight broke out over Babylon 5 at the end. Very amusing. And yeah, Penny, it was fun seeing Penny's reaction again at the end. It's like free theater, basically. All right, guys, we are coming up to the end of the season. Hopefully they have something good in store for us this time like they did last time. Leonard and Penny were very comfortable with each other this episode, painting each other's nails. I don't think they'd go back to teasing us so soon with their relationship, though. So maybe something with Howard and Bernadette, because I want Bernadette back. Does Beverly come to visit? Can't wait to check it out. And if you want to watch the full reaction or you want to see episodes a week early, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, take a quick moment to leave a like, and I will see you next week with the next episode with the season finale. Bye, friends.